Hi, this is Marissa with Marissa Moments. So, what I received to tell you, this word is you must let go. You must let go. What I hear is that you have to let go of the past, but even further than that, you have to just let go. So, what I'm receiving is that we've been holding on to things so tightly, just these notions and like this programming and this way of being. I see almost like this schedule, right? But a schedule in terms of just our internal workings. This is supposed to happen, that's supposed to happen, and then that's supposed to happen, right? But what I'm receiving is that Spirit is saying no. What we have to do is let go of all of it. Let go of all of it and just allow. Sure, we have goals and visions and dreams and manifestations and all of these things that we want to work on internally. Those visions that were sent to us. Maybe you had a dream about it. Maybe you just had that divine download, that aha moment, right? Which is Spirit communicating with you, where all of a sudden you felt this urge to move in a particular direction. But what I'm receiving is that we've taken it further, right? Yes, Spirit, God, Gaia, ancestors, angels, and saints will move us in a specific direction, but then we take it further and we decide that we know every single step along the way. We decide that we have the Google Maps, we have all of those types of things, those MapQuest, let's take it old school, all of these things that tell us exactly which steps to go. And then when those steps don't come to fruition, or when we realize that those steps aren't leading us to that ultimate destination, then we feel distraught. We feel discouraged, right? Now, I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to myself as well, right? This is a we thing. It's never about just the one. It's about us. It's about the collective and the community, right? But what I received to tell you is that you have to let go. You have to let go, because the more you try to paint that ultimate picture of the journey in itself, and no, I'm not reading anything, I'm reading something, right? The more you try to paint and depict the journey and the steps and all of those things, the farther you get away from your destination. So what you have to do is take it one singular step at a time, as opposed to trying to map out the entire route. Because God is the one that's going to deliver that route to you. Of course, we do have free will, and so we can make the decision whether we do want to follow the step and guidance that we are given, or if we want to veer off the path, right? But ultimately, we're breaking our own hearts by depicting and setting a standard within ourselves for this path and for every single step along the way to get to this ultimate destination. And whenever something doesn't work out, our heart is broken and it takes a while to recover. And then we wonder why it's taking so long to receive that outpouring and the fruits of our labor, right? We've been sowing and sowing and sowing for years now, right? And then we wonder when we're going to be able to finally reap that harvest. But the problem is we've navigated ourselves away from the ultimate fields that we are supposed to be harvesting. Because in our minds, we've told ourselves we know exactly where to go. We know exactly which steps to get us there. We know exactly who we need to talk to, what we need to dress like, how we need to sound, all of those things. When in reality, God is saying, no, you're actually going off of the path. You're going to somebody else's garden and swearing that you're supposed to be able to reap that harvest. But when you're not seeing any fruits of your labor, you're wondering, why God, I'm following the instructions, when in fact you're following your own instructions. You have to put yourself aside. You have to be able to let go. And then God is going to reveal more and more of the path in which you need to continue to walk. But the thing of it is that God is not going to reveal the entire path, right? God is going to reveal one singular step at a time. But if you allow yourself, you're going to continue to get frustrated because you want to see the full path. We've been programmed in such a way that we have that GPS, right? We have those GPS systems where we can scroll up or scroll down or whichever way. So that way we can see all of the steps that it needs to take to get to our destination. And that's how we've been handling our lives as well. And then we wonder why we get so frustrated when we're not seeing our manifestations come to fruition. It's because we're following our own path and not his path, her path, their path, Source, universe, God, Gaia, ancestors, angels, and saints, because as you probably know at this point, that is just semantics. God is not sitting in heaven somewhere saying, you know what? They call me source instead of God. How dare they? Time to smite, right? No, semantics. It's just something to keep us distracted from the God force and source within ourselves, right? Something to distract us from diving into our own divinity. But I'm getting distracted and off topic, so let's refocus. The bottom line to this bottom line is stop trying to set the full path yourself. Allow space for God to reveal the singular step that you must take next. You'll know if it's the correct step, if it resonates with you. How does it make you feel internally? That's your spirit speaking. That your spirit is in direct connection with God, source, Gaia, ancestors, angels, and saints. So we just have to learn how to listen and get ourselves out of the way, our human epidermis out of the way, our programming out of the way, our wounds out of the way, our toxic training out of the way, in order to follow the actual steps to get to where we want to go. I could go on, but I won't, because hopefully you're picking up what I'm putting down, and that's it. Okay, so I thought that was it, but I just got a message right now, and it was from Journeys, right? Journeys. It's a shoe store, right? It's a text message, and I unsubscribed, all those things, but are you picking up what I'm putting down? I'm talking about the direction that you need to travel, the journey that you need to take in order to reach your ultimate manifestations, your visions, your goals, your destiny. And then I receive a text from Journeys. I can't make this stuff up. Happy healing.